I love his mentality. He just doesn't. There's no. He's a warrior. What are we gonna do if we're all a team right now? We all have machine guns. We have to go to war. You're either gonna go or you're gonna stay behind and get killed. You pick your gun, suck it up, and let's go. Even if you're not eating, drinking, whatever it is, you got to keep fighting in life because life's not fair. We have to accept that. But it's what you do is how you're gonna make a difference. And really, the biggest fan you have is yourself. You're only worth as much as you speak. If you say, "Oh, I can't do that. I'm never gonna be," you're training yourself bad stuff. It doesn't mean to be cocky. It means like I can do it. It's going to be great. I can get this done. You know, like I'll do things. Tammy's like, "How do you do it?" I'm like, "You just do it, Tammy. You smile and you do it. It doesn't matter what you do." My instructor says, "Go to competition, do this, do that." Yes, sir. It's what it is. It doesn't matter. If I got to work for 32 hours or stay up for 48 hours to go do what I got to do, you're going to see me smile. Afterwards, I might be like, "Oh," but it's just that mentality that we need to have. Zio, you know, my brother played in Zio, so that was pretty fun. Because my brother thought it was just so easy to act. You know, he'd be like, "That's so easy." And he was a very charming guy, like very just you know, tough fighter. But when it came to acting, he just turned in sweating and scared. And, you know, I loved it. For me, it was just easy. It was like, hit your mark. I was pretty much me as I am. Like, okay, cool. Just a little bit more. All right, guys, cool. All right, let's do it. Yeah, cut. All right, you got it? Cool. Moving on, so just kind of my brother just turned into like acting mode. "Hey, I'm your brother." And I was like, "Cut." I'm like, "What's wrong with you, man? Why you gotta act?" He's like, "What? Man, this is hard." I'm like, "Just talk normal. Just be like, you're my brother. Why you gotta be like, you're my brother?" You know, so to watch him struggle was funny because I was like, it ain't that easy. You know, but we had a good time on Zio. I don't want to feel like I have to do something because I do, and that's why I left the show. Is because of that reason. I'm completely opposite than other people. When I did Turbo, the whole cast was working, all right? So I was probably paid the most actor, all right? But I didn't ask for money, but I was really taken care of because I was loyal. And the other guys probably weren't getting paid that great or whatever the situation is. They didn't see the owner, so I said, "I'll go back and get the owner. I'll go back and get the owner." So I went back to get the owner, and they don't have time. Well, don't worry, we'll just pay people more money. It wasn't about money. It wasn't about money. It's about getting patted on the back and just recognizing it. That's what I do in my corporation. So to get recognized, patted on the back, I'll leave if someone says, "Well, I'll just give you more money, you'll stay." Nah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. It just, you know, I have morals in life, and I think I try to live by those morals. I don't sell out my black belts. I don't charge testing fees at my karate school. Never charge testing fees. 6 years later, you test, I'm on the board for 8 to 12 hours. Because it's anybody. Like that guy I posted, the Pop-Tart guy, like, man, he just came in and just took care of me. Like, he didn't know who I was. He didn't care. He's like, "Oh, you know, New Yorkers, it's hard to read, New Yorkers." And like, I don't know if you're mad or what's going on. Like, I'm just like, you know, "What you need, bro?" I'm like, you know, "I'm just here for Pop-Tart, not drugs or anything, right?" Like, "Yeah, what you need? I got you. You." You know, it's that whole, and he did. He got me Pop-Tart and gave it to me. And just like the guy that gave me his last box of raisins. You know, when I go hang out with people that are unfortunate or don't have a home, I'm hanging out with them. People say, "Oh, you give JDF, you all give people money." No, they didn't ask me for money. I'll go and hang out with them and talk to them. The guy gave me his last box of raisins. He lives on the streets. That was probably the biggest thing. Man, I was like, wow, he gave me his last box of raisins. So I went in, got him a couple $100, got him a few things, he refused to take it. No, I said, no, take it. He didn't give me two. He probably thought I was homeless too. The way I was dressed too, I just go in sweats and just talking. We chatted for like an hour. The guy don't know nothing about Power Rangers. Came in, gave him money, and he refused to take it. And I said, "No, take it, man, take it." No. And that just like that, treating people like the way a person should be treated. Like at the hotel, there's a few people there that were kind of snooty at me, but now they know who I am. Now they all want to take pictures. Well, now you all want to be happy and take pictures with me. You should have just treated me like everyone else when I checked in. You know what I mean? That was the hardest thing when I would go to Best Buy. Everybody, "Oh, man, I love Power Rangers, man. Whatever TV you want, I'll buy a TV." I was like, "I don't really need a TV. Thank you. I'll buy you a TV. How about that family that don't have money? Why don't you buy them the TV? Why don't you go take my TV and go give it to them?" You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that always tripped me out in the Hollywood. So staying humble is the hardest thing because I can rise to the top and think I'm better than anyone else, and I constantly got to remind myself. I put my my sweats, my spandex on, one leg at a time like you guys. I went to the bathroom, some guy cosplayed, and getting the same thing. Get your lips off me. Sorry, man, I thought you were the dragon fruit. My bad. What color am I now? The White Ranger? So when I went back to Dino Thunder, it was great. Jeff, Kevin, all those guys used to love. This is the first time going back when these guys were like, "Oh, I grew up watching you, man." Like Jason Frank was coming to set. I was like the biggest thing on set at that time. Because I was returning, and it felt good. And just even more so with Megaforce, like going back was even more like, oh man. It's like, you can say like a bunch of new school rappers and Snoop Dogg coming into the Snoop Dogg, whoa, is that feeling of the old Ranger coming back that has a legacy. So it felt pretty good. And I don't know how I was a doctor. I was like, God, wear glasses. Like, okay, I wear glasses. And I pulled the glasses look off. So it was fine. It was a really good time going back to Dino Thunder. And then I liked the color black, so all my wardrobe was black, and I was a Black Ranger, and it was great. I think that's the hardest part. I'm just a nice guy. I never turn an autograph down. But man, there's some times where I just want to have the father-daughter time and not be interrupted, and it really is, and I still do, and I it's okay. And I tell Jenna that too, but sometimes it feels like my fans are overriding my relationships. Like my fans are more important. So I took Jenna out to dinner one time. I said, don't worry, man, it's just me and you, father-daughter day. Like nothing's gonna come in between. And then, a guy at Olive Garden was like, hey man, I was like, oh yeah, no problem, man. Well, let me eat first, and I'll take a picture, because he works there. He's like, well, I gotta leave right now, man. Can you just take a picture now? And then Jenna and I stood up, took a picture. And then I just told Jenna, that's just life. You know what I mean? Like, I try to train her. She went to Rhode Island Comic-Con when Frances first met her, and she was little. And she dressed in my dragon, my Black Ranger Dino Thunder suit, little suit, and she was like raising money for a church and like dollar autographs. And people were so happy, coming up, she's signing autographs and just dollar, whatever. Like, people were just giving her a dollar. Like, you got a little girl raising money, she literally took $136 and gave it to the pastor. At that age, I probably would have hawked it. You know what I mean? Like, man, I would have been like, oh man, give this to what? Give this to who? Because we didn't go to church at that time. You know what I mean? So Jenna was just like, I'm going to give, and she gave $136. But I never forget her look on her face when she signed an autograph, and she looked really bummed out, and she went, I said, what's wrong? She's like, he didn't pay me, because the guy just came and got autographs. I said, well, Jenna, I said, that's just the way it is. Sometimes, people don't. You just got to take care of them. You got to treat everyone like it's equal. And I was just trying to train her that way. Reaching belts, training in karate was one of those things where I just never want to give up. Just kept doing the best I can. Never wanted to quit. Never wanted to fail. So it was the discipline. Sometimes I wake up and I wonder how I'm even getting through the next day. With everything I've been going through on a personal life and things hitting me left and right, and my mom's sick and just bang, bang, and you got to balance with Comic-Cons, and it was tough. I saw him say 5. I saw him say 5. I got you. Yeah. He's in the back going. But yeah, it's just sometimes the discipline and stuff of it. You just got to keep doing it. I don't know though. Sometimes I wake up, man, and I see the light of day, and I'm like, I'm alive again. Thank God I'm alive again. But let's just do this all over again, like Groundhog's Day, man. Just keep doing it, I represent Lathan Warlick, who's a Christian rapper. I think Lathan is really, really good, man. You guys heard of Lathan Warlick? Yeah. Ah, man, he's good. And so he's a newcomer. Man, of course, the talent of Eminem with his lyrics. He's got very, very good lyrics. Some of them not so great, PG-13. But other than that, grew up with the originals, man. Like, Tupac. I don't know all the new guys. Like, I know Kodak Black is like he's getting arrested everywhere. I don't know, but I don't know all the new guys. But Jenna does, because I'm like, who's that? And then she'll say something, and she'll be like, oh, did you hear this new band, Sublime? I'm like, Jenna, Sublime's old, and they're not even living no more. I know. She tries to teach me things, And it's like, I heard of that song a long time ago, but I used to like Sir Mix a lot, just stuff like that, I'm a professional guy. When I'm at work, I'm a professional guy. Nothing personally interferes with me. I can work with anybody, even people that hate me. I can work with people. But other than that, there was no hatred on set. Everyone got along great. You just have to understand that, like, me, Dave, and Amy went one separate way, and Austin, Twee, and Walter went this way on the show. So we started working, and then they just, the new cast came in. I worked every day, 6 days a week. I had no time for other relationships. Me and Dave are super close, still to this day. I talk to the other ones. Haven't talked to really Austin too much, but I talk to everybody. I'm here, I'm available, and sometimes when I do shows, and I do shows alone, I try to hook up a lot of my people with stuff. And sometimes, you know, cons are very strict with things. You're working for the promoter, it's pay this, pay that, take a picture, no, 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 no. That's why I kind of do my own thing. So I don't want to compare to anyone. People make a living with this, I don't, I just do it for fun. So that's why sometimes you see me do a lot of solo cons, just because I don't want to hurt anyone's business or whatever. I just want to do what I want to do, type of thing. But eventually we'll all get back together, you know, hopefully. But the band won't get back together until the solo act is done.
Go!